Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, hey YouTube, it's Petey Twofinger here in the kitchen. This is what I always call my performance cable. I've had this since I was 18 years old. I bought it at a garage sale, and I've replaced the connectors quite a few times. It has a straight connector on one end, and then there's this SWITCHCRAFT brand 90 connector that I just got done trying to remove all the solder and schmoo and then cleaning it with one of those wire wheel. And I'm really, I can't tell you how happy I am that I'm bringing this cable back around again. It was, these are the fasteners. They're really cute fasteners. I've got to clean those up a little bit. But the cable was squealing a bit. It was some kind of interference, and there was some kind of like buildup or something. I don't know if it was something I put around here. I don't know if I put some glue to get it to stop from moving, maybe. Sometimes these will move a bit. But yeah, this is my SWITCHCRAFT 90 connector that's been with me since I was a kid. And this cable, when I got it, I decided, oh, it's red. So that would be my performance cable, meaning when I play, when I'm performing, I always plug the guitar into this cable. So this cable has been with me the whole time, and every time I record, if I'm using later on I got into the Roland 13-pin stuff, and especially thanks to a dear personal friend, Jimmy Photon. In all reality, any time I ever am recording, and most often performing, this cable has been in play for my whole life. So it's a special cable. It's a special SWITCHCRAFT 90 connector. I thought it was going to be giving up the ghost today when I took a look at it, because I ordered a pair of them, and they were not cheap. It was like, I can't even say how much it was, but there's a little paper insulator. It says Energizer 9V2 that I cut and put on the top. Typically what I'll do is remove it and clean it up a bit, and then, see, this case it's moving just a little bit, and that's usually a sign that it's the end of the road for these. But I will do whatever I can to keep this one rolling because of its sentimental value, like the amount of music that I've recorded through this, the amount of music that I've written through it. It's nothing to shake a stick at, as you would say. So this cable and especially this connector, it really means quite a lot to me, more than it should. But if you've ever had a good SWITCHCRAFT 90 connector, you know there's something about these connectors. They do a better job of what they're supposed to do. Whew, we got a hot one tonight. They do just a fantastic job, and I'm guessing that after we cleaned it up, it's gonna stick around for at least another season. Okay, so here's the flux cup. We'll dip and this iron is supposed to be a 40, and it's not performing very well. It's kind of anticlimactic coming in here, shooting this video here, and then the soldering iron is not. I specifically got this iron out because it was a 40, and I thought maybe it, would do a better job, because you need, yeah, see, there's nothing that will stick to this. So it appears that I'm going to have to yeah, this is not working. This is not working. So what I'm going to do is cut this here, and we got a late night. This is my performance cable, meaning I got this cable at a garage sale when I was 17, maybe 18, but yeah, I've been using this same cable. The jacks have been replaced. This is a 90 cable, a 90N, made by a company called SWITCHCRAFT. This is a SWITCHCRAFT 90, and as you can see in the photos, this one it's seen better days. So tonight, it was like I recently went through this process where I'll take the screws out, which these are the fasteners, and they're really cool fasteners. They're regular screw head, and this one's kind of chewed up, so I'm going to file that down tonight. But you'll remove those and then go in here and hit it with the iron and take the cable off, and then usually I'll cut it down. So it's been getting cut down by like a half an inch. and I gotta tell you, I decided when I got this red cable, at first it was like, oh, that thing, it looks different, and it's not black, and I didn't like it. And then I realized, like, well, that could be your performance cable, like the one that goes actually into the instrument. And it became that for me, and I've written a lot of songs through this cable. I've recorded a lot of music through it, so it's a very sentimental cable to me. I like to have the SWITCHCRAFT 90 on one end, and recently I bought a pair of SWITCHCRAFT 90s after getting some Chinese imitation ones, which are really horrifically bad quality. Even if you're really good at soldering them, they're all made of plastic innards, so when the soldering iron touches it, it will melt the plastic that kind of holds it together. So you need to ice those down, is what you need to do. If you ice it down, when you solder, it won't melt the plastic. That's a pro tip from Petey. But here we have an actual ancient SWITCHCRAFT 90. If you see in the pictures, this thing was really fouled. What happens is they end up getting loose, and they'll spin. Now, this one's only spinning a little bit, and I had some stuff in there. I had some, I don't know if it was JB Weld or what it was. That's gone now, and we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do this on camera. I got a 40-watt iron plugged right straight into the wall, and it's kind of, it's not, you know what, I'm going to move this plug over to the extension, and it won't run as hot. This will probably become the equivalent of a 20-watt iron. Bring a little light in. We'll do a little bonus round there, and then put a little bit. I like to add flux. Here's a little flux action. Let's see if we can get this to liquid form. Is what I like to do when I'll put the ground side in, and kind of try to do that one first. And of course, this is going to turn into a complete shit show because it's. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you, camera person. It's so late, and I'm not working with my regular iron. It's just excuse after excuse after excuse. Yeah, see, this came in a little hot here. Let me try to unsolder this and pull it back. So we'll go ahead and do the hot side. That looks pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is maybe get my brand new teeny tiny now the heat is dissipating. I got that teeny tiny needle, that's what it's called, needle nose pliers from Michael's Nursery and Crafts. I believe
It's just crafts, I think.
Yeah, it's just crafts now. They got rid of the nursery.
Well, that was Frank's nursery.
Oh, Frank's Nursery and Crafts. Now, I should have some ice here for my burnt fingers, but I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit more dope in here. And try to get a nice, really hot, and then we can. Our helper is thinking ahead, and we have the dope here. And now that should cool down in a series of hours. And what I like to do next is go have a nice healthy bowel movement. No, I'm kidding. You see, yeah, look at how dirty it is. What we'll do at this point is take a little bit of Dum Dum, or this is also known as Bishop tape. I have a little Bishop tape here on top of the hot side, and kind of just form that a little bit. And then the next step, I'm going to go and grab a scissors and a little piece of electrical tape. Normally I don't like to use electrical tape in my belts, but since I got you guys here, it's so exciting. I'm going to do it wrong. There already is an insulator that I cut years ago. It's a piece of an Energizer battery pack. But usually what I'll do is cut like a trapezoid shaped piece and then lay that trapezoid in over the hot side, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put our SWITCHCRAFT. Oh, look at that. This is the business. This is some serious business here. Now, one of these screws is torn up. I really like these fasteners. They're different than the newer ones. These are not from SWITCHCRAFT. These are my own personal screws that came out of my collection when I lost one of these at one point, and then installed I had a pair of these screws that happened to be the same thread, and these are the ones that I really like to use. Now they are kind of a little bit torn up, so I think what I'm going to do is just grab a file and make sure that I don't lose any additional fingertips. But probably, more than likely, what we should do is a continuity test. So we're going to grab our file. I know, if I have some diamond, those cheap eBay diamond files. This one looks like the one that needs the work. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Now tonight we did take a wire wheel to this, and the secret was using this dollar store brush with some Ajax cleanser. That's the secret to cleaning anything good. Are we doing tip or ground first, baby? Okay, so we got ground.
You're gonna move yours?
And we got tip. And no interference. So that was the story of petey's performance cable. That's, how old would that be? 38 years? 36 years?
Yeah, 38. I don't know. You were 17 or 18?
I'm not sure. Let's say I was 18.
Let's say it was 36 years then, I think.
Yeah, 36-year-old cable, still going strong. Like I said, I'll do a decent job on it, and that job will last We've got kind of a battle of a bulge going on here. I really don't want to know what's going on inside of here. What was Petey drinking that night? As you can see, it's just the horrific, shoddy workmanship and horrible quality of Petey's work. Absolutely embarrassed. Cable lasts literally seconds before it needs to be replaced. Like I said, this cable was 72 kilometers long. What I'll do is I'll cut about a 1/4 inch off every time that I have to do a repair. So if that could give you a little bit of a gauge, a little bit of an idea of the folly, the fallacy, the failure. But yeah, here you go. I've got a Behringer CB100, but we're not gonna go and grab that. And look, it's not spinny. It's a little bit loose. And like I said, I bought a pair of SWITCHCRAFT 90 cable, 90 ends. And man, look them up. Look them up. There was one, I remember one auction or one seller had them for $26.95. $30 for a... So this is why when you read my obituary, it'll say something about, you know, because of the price of these things. I bought 2 of them, and I think I want to say I paid like $8 shipped for 2. But yeah, that's the petey Two-Fingers performance cable and the story of the magical beans, the SWITCHCRAFT 90. One of my favorite things. So you guys take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. We're about to eat and call this one a day. It's been kind of a long day. So you guys take care of yourselves. Hug your pets. Try to stay cool, and peace.
Ladies and gentlemen,